You know that feeling when payday hits? And then 2 weeks later, you're staring at your bank app like, where did it all go? I've been there. Most of my friends have been there. And in your 20s, it feels normal. But here's the truth. The money choices you make in your 20s don't just affect this month. They echo into your 30s, 40s, even into whether you're stressed or relaxed about money for the rest of your life. So today, I'm going to tell you 5 real, painful money mistakes people make in their 20s through stories you will probably recognize. And then I'll show you exactly how to avoid each one. Stay till the end because mistake number 5 is the one almost everyone thinks they're too smart to make, and then they do it anyway. Quick channel intro. Keep it short. If you're new here, my name is your name. I make simple, honest videos about money, investing, and building a life you're actually proud of. Let's jump straight in. Mistake number 1, living like you're rich when you're not. Let me introduce you to Arjun. Arjun got his first job at 23. First salary, decent. Not huge, not small. But for the first time in his life, he felt rich. So what did he do? New phone on EMI. New bike on loan. Weekend dinners out. Don't worry, I'll pay. Clothes, gadgets, subscriptions, trips. His Instagram life looked amazing. Fast forward 18 months, he checked his bank balance. No savings, credit card almost maxed, EMIs eating half his salary. On the outside, Arjun looked successful. On the inside, he was one missed paycheck away from disaster. The mistake? Lifestyle inflation. Upgrading your lifestyle every time your income goes up instead of upgrading your savings and investments. How to avoid it? Think of your first salary like this. This isn't my rich era. This is my foundation era. A simple rule. When your income increases, let your savings rate increase first. For example, if you earn $30,000 and save $3,000, 10%, and later you earn $50,000, aim for saving $10,000, 20%. Then upgrade something small in your lifestyle as a reward. Also, decide on your enough lifestyle. You don't need a new phone if your old one works. You don't need 5 streaming platforms you barely watch. You don't need to say yes to every expensive plan. The people who look rich in their 20s are often broke in their 20s. The people who look boring in their 20s are often free in their 30s. Mistake number 2, ignoring the invisible killer, high-interest debt. Now meet Sarah. Sarah got her first credit card when she was 22. The bank guy told her, "Ma'am, it's just for convenience. 45 days interest-free. You're smart, you'll manage." Month 1, 5,000 rupees spent. Month 2, 8,000. Month 3, 15,000. She paid the minimum due each month and thought she was fine. Then one day she looked properly at her bill. Interest, 35 to 40% per year. Late fees, taxes. Her 15,000 balance was not going down, it was growing. She was working hard, but her past spending was working harder, against her. The mistake? Treating credit cards like free money and not understanding how high-interest debt multiplies quietly in the background. How to avoid it? Learn one phrase by heart. Minimum due is a trap. If you can't pay the full amount, your debt snowballs. If you already have debt, make a simple list of your debts, amount and interest rate. Pay the highest one aggressively while paying minimum on the rest. When that one is gone, attack the next. This is called the avalanche method. Use credit cards only if one of these is true. You already have an emergency fund, you pay the full balance every month, or you track your spending. If debt feels like a heavy backpack, it's because it is. The lighter that backpack gets, the faster you can move in life. Mistake number 3. I'll start saving later when I earn more. Let's talk about Priya. Priya was smart. She knew she should invest, but her logic was simple. I only earn a little now, better to wait until I make more, then I'll invest big. So she waited.
At 22, I just started working, yar. At 24, I'm preparing for a job switch. At 26, I want to enjoy life right now. At 28, things are tight. I'll start when I hit this big number. By 30, she looked back and realized 8 years had gone by. If she had invested even a small amount every month, compound interest would quietly be working for her. The mistake? Thinking time doesn't matter much. Believing a big income later will magically fix everything. How to avoid it? Understand this. Your 20s are not about how much you invest. They're about how early you start. Imagine two people. Person A starts investing at 22, $2,000 per month until age 30, then stops completely. Person B starts at 30, $4,000 per month, double the amount until age 60. Because of compounding, many times person A can end up with similar or even more money than person B, despite investing less total money. Why? Time in the market times timing the market. Practical action. Start with any amount, $500, $1,000, $2,000 per month. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer into a mutual fund, index fund, or whatever beginner-friendly option is available in your country. Treat that investment like a non-negotiable bill, just like rent. The habit is more important than the amount. Once you're used to investing, increasing the amount is easy. Starting from zero is the hard part. Mistake number 4. No emergency fund, only panic. Now let's talk about Rohan. Rohan had a good job, loved his lifestyle, and felt secure. Then one day, layoffs hit his company. He was out. He thought he'd get another job in a month or two. It took 7 months. In month 1, things were okay. By month 3, panic started. Rent, food, EMIs, phone bills, parents asking how things were going. By month 5, he was borrowing from friends. By month 7, he was ready to accept any job at any salary just to stop the bleeding. The mistake? No safety net. He confused good times with guaranteed times. How to avoid it? An emergency fund is boring until it saves your life. Basic rule. Aim for 3 to 6 months of expenses saved in a simple, easy-to-access account. Not in crypto, not in stocks, not in some locked place, just safe. How to build it? Calculate your bare minimum monthly cost. Rent plus food plus basic bills plus EMIs plus transport. Multiply by 3 if you're single and flexible. Multiply by 6 if you have dependents or unstable income. Start saving for that slowly but consistently. Example. If your bare minimum is $20,000 a month, target is $60,000 to $120,000 as an emergency fund. You don't need to build this in 1 month. Take a year if you need to. But once it's there, unexpected events become stressful, not disastrous. An emergency fund doesn't make your life more glamorous. It makes your life more peaceful. Mistake number 5. Chasing get rich quick instead of get rich for sure. Now, let's talk about maybe the most painful story. Meet Karan. Karan discovered trading groups on Telegram, hot tips on Instagram, and friends making easy money in crypto. He started with 20,000 rupees, doubled it quickly on a lucky trade. He felt like a genius, so he added more, 30,000, 50,000, 80,000. Following random tips, no real understanding, no plan. Then one day, the market dropped. The coin he bought crashed. The sure-shot stock tanked. The group admins disappeared. Karan didn't lose money because investing is bad. He lost money because gambling feels like investing until it doesn't. The mistake? Confusing speculation with investing, choosing excitement over wisdom. How to avoid it? Ask yourself this. Would I still buy this if I couldn't check the price for the next 5 years? If the answer is no, you're probably not investing, you're playing.
Simple principles to protect yourself. Learn the basics before you put big money anywhere. What is a stock? What is an index fund or mutual fund? What is risk? Avoid tips from strangers on the internet, friends who only talk about their wins, never their losses, people selling you courses promising daily income from trading. Focus on long-term diversified investments, reliable, boring vehicles like index funds, mutual funds, or broad ETFs. Investing regularly regardless of short-term market noise. Getting rich slowly is not sexy, but staying broke because you wanted to get rich quickly, that's even less sexy. Let's stitch this together. Most people in their 20s live like they're rich before they actually are, use debt carelessly, delay investing until later, have no emergency backup, and chase quick money instead of sure money. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be slightly wiser than average consistently. So here's what you can do this week, not someday. Pick one expense to cut or downgrade. Put that saved amount towards either paying off high-interest debt, building your emergency fund, or starting your first small investment. Tell me in the comments, which of these 5 mistakes are you making right now, and which one are you committing to fix this month? If you found this helpful, hit like so more people in their 20s can see it. Subscribe for more honest money talk, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll break down exactly how to start investing with very little money. Until then, remember, your 20s are not about looking rich. They're about building the life where one day you don't have to pretend.